Yo, let me clear my throat. Why did this man put that thing? Oh, that's cute. I've seen that already. Oh, she's so cute. Um, this man done put that thing in some water. The man that found the space rock, he done put it in the water. I'm like, whose water and where and why? Why, Jesus? Why? Why did he put it in water? Why? It doesn't look like a hooding up in North Carolina. Oh, it's cute. Oh, oh. Y'all, I was watching the movie. The guy was like, look at this movie. And I was like, I didn't want to. But I looked at it anyway. And it's called Time Cop.
Confidence is not
No. Okay, wait. Oh, why is it? I don't know why do I feel that. Yeah. Hello, yo. What's up, y'all? Did you listen to this? No, we didn't listen to this. How are you doing? You are a child. What are you doing over here? I'm glad you're doing good. This is called Time Cop. This is not a channel for children, okay? This is called Time Cop. Y'all listen to the message. Hold on. I'll make it louder. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. My bad, y'all. We'll make it louder so everybody can hear it. Air. I think we did listen to this already. I know we did. My days mushed together. I'm just like, I'll be here and there. The chip is the future in the company. Since you don't agree, walk away.
You come up with the money, and that's out of here. I really can't afford it, and you know it.
Thank you for liking and subbing. Y'all might want to go watch it. It's called Time Cop, and it's free on YouTube. On my movie night 2 playlist. In about maybe 20, 30 minutes, so I might. I'm actually just like refreshed. I've been resting. And it's been feeling good.
Just stop. I remember having bigger balls. I'm gonna have to get this fixed. Don't touch me. The same matter can occupy the same spaces.
Yeah, we did talk about
So, got a special NSA briefing coming up. Secret session. It's not for another week. Time
Nope, I don't play any games.
Gets a big laugh.
Except for on my phone. Hello.
Crazy on me.
What's up, Sour King 55?
How far back can you come?
Hello. Aubrey.
Never interrupt me when I'm talking to
That's some psycho shit to say. Never interrupt me while I'm talking to myself. You know, he literally is talking to himself.
The computer market was saturated. The software stocks were in the toilet. The fucking coldware revolutionized.
Yes, y'all like the video. Like, share, subscribe.
So,
Thank you guys for leaving comments. I think I'm gonna leave the light off.
Freeze! Agent Walker, do you realize how inappropriate that word is? I look frozen. Get away from me.
He said you look like shit to me.
Dropped again.
Oh, thank you for the compliment. You're beautiful. Much talking about what's currently going on. It's crazy, but it's not crazy. They have to let us know what they're doing ahead of time before they actually do it to soften the blow, right? This is them playing God. It's to let people have their own free will. This movie came out in 1994. Yeah, 1994. It was very, very interesting. It's similar to what's the other one? The Arnold Schwarzenegger. Not Total Recall, but it's like Total Recall too. It's like Total Recall. It's Total. What's the other movie? Dang, if I scroll a little bit, it might come across. That's Total Recall right there. I'm gonna watch After Earth 2 tonight. RoboCop, yeah. Not really so much like RoboCop. I mean, it's similar to RoboCop in the sense that are all the meals vegan? Yeah, all the meals are vegan, honey. RoboCop is more similar to as them trying to find a vessel that they want to embody, and yeah, and so that's more like so, almost like that one movie with Keanu Reeves when he goes and takes his family DNA when he's a scientist, and he takes his family DNA after they passed away, and he like pretty much cloned them. Arnold Schwarzenegger. What? I actually like that movie. Oh, you know what? Let me look at the playlist because more than likely it's on the playlist. Likely I just saved it. Oh, y'all go watch End of Days. End of Days as well with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Why is End of Days so important? Because they're dealing with child sacrifices and the rituals that they do, right? It also talks about the Gregorian calendar in there as well. What's his name? Insightful informer. Yeah, the meals are vegan. Yep. Not Total Recall. Why do I want to keep saying that? Not Total Recall. It's when he's in San Francisco. He played in a lot of good movies. I feel like this thing is too tight and it's barely wrapped up around my head. I'm trying to look for it real quick. Nope. I don't got it on my playlist. Maybe I have it on my watch later. Let me see if I got it on there. Judge Dredd is now free on YouTube as well. Cool. We all struggling. We all got our own struggle. I'm not trying to be funny, but I can't. What? But no, honestly, I don't have it. That's end of days. Long kiss goodnight. I guess I didn't save it. I'm not trying to be rude, but I just explained to you what I said, right? I'm not going to repeat myself. So, I don't even get paid on the YouTube channel. I don't think I started. I'm about to block you because I already told you I don't have it to give. I don't have it to give. Even if my own subscribers wanted to give me money, I don't have a way to get it. So, that's a good movie for y'all to go watch. Let me go back to my playlist so I could pull up the videos we was going to tap into for this read, for this channel message. Mary Jane Byram, Byram, keeps scamming people. I've been seeing her come up since my 5 years on the internet, and she just recently coming up again. Multiple YouTubers are talking about her. She's still scamming people. All right, you can go to sleep. The Arrivals on. I thought this was interesting. The conservative twins. Oh, it's a mess. People just, they don't understand. That don't help. The shit don't help. What are you talking about? We can split everything 50-50. VR. What are you talking about splitting everything 50-50? What are you talking about? Y'all are silly. Like, share, subscribe. Happy Feet is now available on YouTube. Dude, I'm waiting for them to release Prince of Persia. It's so many. They need to just go ahead and release all the movies. Since they fucking up so bad. You know, Disney just done messed up. Warner Brothers, they just done messed up. All of them messing up. You don't gotta sleep, but yeah, don't be over here acting silly on my channel. The money we make from videos. What? What you're saying to me makes no sense at all. So, thank you guys for like, sharing, subscribing. But why this man went and put this little thing in the it was a bad idea for him to have it in the first place. No, why would you want an account with me? I don't even know you. Like, I've told people, like, we can do like maybe a live together to get to know each other, but then, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could do something like that. I do channel messages, I do tarot. I talk about metaphysics, quantum physics, spirituality, healing the inner child, you know, debunking science, decoding Christianity and other religions, and I do a lot of that. So, yeah, we can do probably. Don't call me baby. You don't know me. Don't call me baby. Don't do that. The way I can add you, I'm pretty sure I can add you onto the live. I will have to add your information and be able to go look at your channel. Ooh, why do I feel like my book is wet? And let me reassure you, I block quick. Any funny, disrespectful stuff, like this child right here, I'm being polite, but I'm really like that's not something that is, you know, a proper thing to do. I was homeless living in my car. And I'll probably ask on my channel for some money. I ain't going on nobody else's channel and ask for no money. That's what I ain't do. Why do you want to get in contact? Oh, well, They would only be able to do a live with me anyway. Nope, you cannot text me. We can do a live together. Like I said, all I would have to do is add your YouTube name. After I go check out your YouTube channel and stuff like that, like I'm writing it down right now. What would you want to talk about? What topics would you like to discuss? I do tarot readings, like tarot cards, channel messages. I do stuff like that. Talk about past, present, future, current event, and current whatever events, and everything we can talk about. What? Everything we can talk about it all. Okay, but what? Like you have to give me something to go off of. It just. You got to be more constructive than that. They is funny. Oh my God, I did. I showed that video. But yeah, they called me up when I seen that time clock. Like I'm real stuck on that. Let me show this video of Barry White.
So I want you to be able to say it. You said something interesting. I know a lot of people misunderstood it. So I want you to be able to say it. I think it was Details Magazine. You talked about, you used the word God, and that's what messed everybody up. When you said something to the effect you are a self-made God. Explain it.
I made up my mind to make a change in my life when I was 16 years old. We are all gods on this planet, every man and every woman.
That's Barry White.
Big life. You can take life.
This is not my channel for children. I have not started that channel. I'm not gonna invite a child to this channel because it's not age appropriate for any child. I do discipline those that come over here being disrespectful because I know children show up to this channel and they can get healing direction on this channel. But as far as having a child on my live, I'm not comfortable with that. I can't make you go away. I can block you though, but you know what I'm saying. I think he is trying to get to you today. I think it don't matter what you think. It don't matter what he's trying to do either. Because if it's off topic, like I said, anything weird, block. No, you cannot have my number. Why do you keep asking me for my number? We are talking right here. No. I'm not giving my number on a fucking public channel. No. This is a public live feed. People are going to be able to watch this and get my number. No. I've said no how many times? Yeah, I know you're young. I can tell by the picture, whatever it's called. No, you can't get on live. I've said no. Yeah, I don't know. Can just.
We control what goes into the sea, whether the fish can live or not. We decide if the trees can grow tall. We decide if the children will eat. We are very powerful beings on the planet Earth. And when I said a self-made God, I meant that's what I said. Barry White changed his life. So,
So you're right.
People criticize the state.
no, not to my knowledge. I mean, everybody.
Yeah.
But, people tend to play down our power.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't worry about it. This next guy do it, or let's ask God above to do it. There's a lot of things that has to change on this planet Earth that only we can change. And until we embrace the fact that we are as powerful as we are as beings, we're going to continue to make mistakes and allow the mistakes to be made from our children to our.
Some of them pop in, pop out. Not all of them leave comments. They don't got to, because I do the same thing. Sometimes I'll just show up, support, and I'll hit the like button and, leave, or I'll stay. Nobody has to comment. Nobody has to say anything. Showing up is, more than half the support.
Adults to our elderly to whatever situation you want to talk about.
I want to congratulate you. You have a very question like this.
Just because you're poor doesn't mean you're ignorant. I actually, with all due respect, only get 5 minutes. So I'm going to ask, my constituents have sent me a list of questions that they just want yes or no answers to. And out of respect,
Yeah, that'll happen. It was just 4 people in here, and 3 of them left. It goes up and down.
First question is, will the big, beautiful
Sometimes it
bill
stays consistent. Sometimes it stays just one person or
yes or
2.
no? Is that a yes or a no? That's a no? Yes?
Sorry?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
All right. Good night.
Remains to be seen.
The second question that they want me to ask is, will all Americans have a net benefit from this beautiful big bill?
It is my it's difficult to,
Yes or no?
again, it's impossible to say all Americans. It is ridiculous for me to give an answer for 337 million.
So someone who makes $1 million, and no one in my district makes $1 million, to my knowledge, will get a tax increase, will get a tax benefit of $81,000. That's $223 a day. Now, the average tax rate in 2027 for people making under $50,000, which in my district is about 63% of the people that I represent, they will only get a tax break of $265, which is 73 cents per day. But the fact of the matter is, if you're only saving me $268 and you're taking away my health care, you're taking away my health, which 16 million Americans will have no health care, will lose their health care, and they have to lose their health care in order for you guys to actually pay for your bill. I mean, to pay for your bill by kicking people off health insurance and giving them no health care, to me, is immoral and not fair. The last question that I was asked to ask you was, when will we hit the debt ceiling?
I congratulate you. You have a very sophisticated constituency to ask questions like this. The so-called X date is a.
With all due respect, just because you're poor doesn't mean you're ignorant.
Facts. Is that something? Yeah, there was something on my chart piece. Okay. One player video, but I'm not gonna do it. Who is that? Somebody from K-pop. K-pop. What the fuck? What the hell is that? Florida backyard alien encounter. What? They popping outside like that. We in trouble. Hey, what's up? Yeah, that is a boy. It's a young man. Oh, I was listening to his videos earlier. Nigga, hell no.
If you compare a human jawbone to his, we would be a chihuahua to a pit bull, Bishop said.
A chihuahua to a pit bull. Wait, they said the motherfucker look like this. Wait a minute. Oh, damn. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They said the thing looked like this. Y'all know that's a rough draft of what the thing looked like in the backyard of somebody in Florida. Look, God told me do not go to Florida. For whatever reason why, don't go to Florida. Yeah, I think they have more, more hostile the environment. I believe that goes hand in hand. So, yeah, hell no. No, thank you. Oh my God, y'all. What do y'all want to tap into? How about Dumb Chuck? He trying to tell y'all something on a bigger scale when he say that Tylenol causes autism. Remember how they have already been talking about how they put heavy metals in these chips with no dips to give our babies, right? To so-called boost the immune system. No, this is Tuskegee Project 101. He's trying to tell y'all something. For one, eat better. Change your diet. Change your life. The investment that you will make for yourself doing that is so major and detrimental, it's not even funny. He's trying to tell y'all. He's trying to tell y'all something. He can only say so much. He has some good and he has some bad. This most definitely, without a doubt. But like I said in the last live, I believe, he could be in some type of trouble, and he doesn't really have a way of expressing that publicly. They can't really too much control what we say on YouTube and other platforms, which they're in the midst of trying to control, right? I'm about to block you. And they're in the midst of trying to control people's freedom of speech, right? So, y'all, I'm telling you, and I'm glad everybody's coming together in a mass way of supporting each other, of not letting anyone really take our freedom of speech. First Amendment, all the way to the 14th Amendment, should not ever be touched whatsoever. You can get off. You can really get off. You ain't got to listen to this, okay? So, anyways, it's important because the environment is going to be very hostile for our children if they're not able to speak their mind like right now. Our future generations are being, led by a generation that was suppressed. And we're juggling with how do we let our children express themselves at a healthy moderation of really letting them know as well what is going on as of current date, because now they're going ahead and finally opening up and confessing like, yeah, there are other beings on this planet and they do exist. Okay, that's fine. Be great. So these other beings do exist. We're not the only ones that God created in this universe. Yes, you know, thank God in some ways and thank God in not some ways. Simply because, 12:12, higher wisdom and knowledge. Okay, this is a thing. So, but why are we the only ones that really got to pay rent? Is the thing. Why are we the only ones that have to freaking suffer? And everything should be free. But it's how they're using the nuclear energy is what's most important, and what's going to make all the difference in all of our resources, really, right? Let's just say all of which, and what's crazy is when you think about it, all the foreign people that have come here that have capitalized on, the American dollar and sent it back home, and they got, houses, mansions, land, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, you know what I mean? Good for them. But honestly, where does that leave us here? That could have been most benefiting off of that had discrimination not been a thing and in play. It's a thing. It happens, right? So that just ensues in a way of balance. Six of Pentacles. The balance is important. The balance is important for our economic system not to collapse. But are we at that 20-minute mark? Oh, I made it just past the 20-minute mark, almost to the 40-minute mark. I'm yawning. But yeah, keeping a fair balance. But the federal, what was it called? The Federal Reserve that was created, all of these laws that were created when they came in pretty much, impeded on our land of the indigenous here in the United States and everywhere else, right? It was a fraudulent system in the first place. It was just a rule of thumb of how to take over, something that you never did own in the first place. It was never theirs. It's a shared commodity in which we were trying to, pretty much humor and be fair in, with something that wasn't theirs. So, with these natural abilities that a lot of people are now coming to the exposure of and the knowledge of and the awareness of what's truly going on a physical level, financial level, and a spiritual level. All of these things that we're going to, you're going to see people not handle it so well, right? These outbursts, these outrages, people that are going to be pretty much pissed. You're going to have people that's pissed and, just really talk about it and make a change in their life for our children, and especially speak up so we can keep that stability, so we can keep those moral ethics and what we still do have going on. And I'm telling you, if we don't fight for that, thank God that we are. I'm seeing the unity in the community. Shit. I'm seeing it on the news. I'm seeing it. You know what I mean? Even though it has to do with what's his name? Jimmy Fallon or whatever. That 9-time show host. Even though it's having to do with him, it just bears witness to unity in our community. How important it is to stand together, how important it is for us to keep our First Amendment rights and et cetera, all the way down to the 14th Amendment and whatever else amendment is going to help keep balance. Balance is so important and prudent to our existence. And for them to be trying to cut out balance and cause major disruptions to such a thing for our economy, it proves detrimental. And you'll see in Time Cop too why it's in New York and I believe it's in the Wall Street building. And I was just like, I don't think that's too ironic as to the message that they're, perceiving, and they wanting us to be able to see and understand the perspective in which this is happening. And there's also a lot of natural events that are happening as far as weather-wise in New York. Y'all, we're going to see it. I just said it again. Like, as soon as I say it, I swear, God don't be playing. As soon as I say, watch for the elements, watch for the weather, watch for these different things that's going to be happening, and it happens. They having a typhoon, a hurricane, or whatever, over there in what the heck, Taiwan and Hong Kong. I was trying to say them both in the same breath, but they're having, major hurricane. It's bad. It's really bad. Like the ocean is flooding. It broke down to one of those big glass doors, and like the water came rushing in, like sweeping people into the hotel and flooding it out. It's a really bad thing. And then they just had an earthquake in California. They had blackouts in certain areas. It's like, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. They're having shootouts. They're having, just crazy shit in different states. Got the Ku Klux Klan sitting up there. They putting their little ghostly, we'll say ghostly condiments on. Oh, Lord Jesus, please help me. Shouldn't cause all states. Racist shooting. See, that's what I'm talking about. Look, all this shit is crazy. But it's like, what's even more crazier is for the people that's not being violent. Still gotta deal with, discrimination and their day-to-day life. I deal with it on a regular basis. So it's like, it's nothing new. It's just really an utter annoyance, honestly. It just is. It just makes me think sometimes.
Black ladies in the Mississippi fire. Black ladies in the Mississippi choir. Black ladies on Mississippi land. And we've got garden, we've got sons and doctors, we've got green and coffee, we've got money trophies, we've got strength like towers, we've got hope and power. God made one island, taking place of.
That was cool. I like her singing. She's so cool. So these are the things that we're fighting for, and we've been, multiple YouTubers have been trying to express this and how important that it's going to be throughout these past detrimental 5 years of what we were going to be fighting for. And now we're in the thick of it. And a lot of people that are lashing out right now were not prepared. It's hitting them like this is brand new right now to them. And a lot of that it's not brand new to. It's, you know, we're just trying to help those who are willing to listen and learn and, reflect on what they need to do, help them with guidance and how to handle this and what to look out for and everything else. Jesus Christ. That don't make no sense. That's crazy. That's why I'm glad I didn't go to Africa. I would have gave them the blues. They would try to kidnap me. Boy, they didn't have a problem on their hands. America would. Anybody in America try to kidnap me, they'd have the blues. No lie. What is it? Oh, he crazy. He impersonating Kendrick Lamar. Oh, Rihanna had a baby girl. She finally got her girl in. Oh shit. He let her. Because I believe that's another way you can get a girl too. You don't know where I'm going. They really about it. Alien invasion. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be bothered by this. It's like, damn, crime, fighting for civil rights. Lord forbid anything else starts for him to be able to stay in office. Lord forbid it. I promise you. What? I'm so confused. What? I don't think I want to look into this. They talking about this man, Dr. Umar, and started OnlyFans. I don't know. I don't want my head to hurt. Mission video that kept me up at night. Something about David Chappelle. Lord have mercy. Him, that's a big ass cat. Graphic warning, see surveillance video of Central Florida. What is it? Central Florida. Should have a deadly crash. Oh, probably with a train. What the fuck? That shit crazy. That's fucking insane. I don't want to see that again. Hell, I'd be scared I'd be caught up in some news type, some movie type. I'll be trying to stay back away from them railroad tracks for real. Show security gotta be at young boys concert. How security gotta be a young boy concert? Mm, asparagus. Ooh, I should give me some asparagus. I can't keep doing this. Mm. It wasn't a crazy dust storm recently in fucking Arizona. Yeah, it was. It was a crazy dust storm. This thing ain't even on tight and it's hurting. I just know my head is so sensitive right now. It don't even make no sense. My head is sensitive. What the hell? Spills shocking UFO cigarette. That's what they keep catfishing people about. That's the second time I've seen it, and they wasn't talking about the shit. They ain't talking about shit. Sacramento. Well, I don't know Sacramento. In the Bay Area, they had a earthquake. How she just lose everything?
Caterer for various celebrities. And while messing around in the kitchen one day, she put together a concoction that went viral simply because of the color, and now she poured it all over any type of food you can imagine.
The sauce has a unique taste, like it tastes like its own thing. You can't really compare it to anything else.
Now immediately people were curious about how this sweet concoction tasted, so Chef P went right to trying to produce the sauce in-house, creating a website and selling it for $20 a pop, and then mailing it out without any sort of preservatives and temperature-controlled packaging right in the middle of a brutally hot summer. Now keep in mind, at that time, the product did contain milk, which is obviously extremely perishable, and needless to say, most of these packages showed up rancid, and in some cases, the bottles even exploded.
I would have charged a decent price for it and overnighted their shit if I was to do something like that. No preservative, so that's something you gotta add to it. It wouldn't be so much organic then, right?
Which actually led to people being sent to the hospital after consuming their products, potentially because of botulism, which is essentially when instead of
Botulism, Jesus, no. The Mummy Book of the Dead as functional prop. Atlas is getting bigger and brighter. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Yeah, something supposed to be arriving, right? Arriving in November. November. And they try to say it was going to be arriving a couple of weeks ago. Maybe it did. Shit, the fuck? Maybe it did arrive. Regardless of the fact, we must still heal. We must be aware. We must stay hydrated. We must stay calm, cool, collected. You know what I'm saying? Just sit in your emotions. They're only temporary for a little bit. And get up out of them things. Because they're only temporary. They're not permanent. So you don't want to make permanent decisions on temporary feelings, right? We want to make conscious, aware decisions, and also managing our subconscious and being all well put together as much as possible. Because nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect, but I strive for perfection every day by not slapping a bitch. So, hey, it is what it is. The Fool. The Fool. Three of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Working together in rest and rejuvenation. So that could be also the spiritual realms. I had a weird dream last night. I was like, man, what the fuck is that? Like, bruh. The most awkward fucking dream you can have in the peaceful state you're in. It's like the total opposite of the current state. It's like, what? That's weird. I don't know. Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, Ten of Wands. What? Three of Swords, Ten of Wands. That shit has been coming out lately. Ace of Wands, three of Swords. Heartbreak. Somebody's heartbroken over what? Let's see what comes up. Oh, all three of those hooked over together. Wait. Oh, I was gonna say, did I miss one? Nope, didn't miss that one. Let's see what the hell this is. Queen of Cups. Five of Cups. Queen of Cups, Five of Queen of Cups, Five of Cups. Five of Cups usually represents like crying over spilt milk. This came out last. Yeah. This came out with the Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups, and Strength. Oh, there's a lot of cups. Fire and communication. Seven of Swords, not getting away with deception. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of cups. 8 of cups? What's the 8 of cups? Nine of cups and the 8 of cups? Oh, walking away from deception. Interesting. I almost move it. I don't even know why. So 2, 3, 2. Queen of Cups, 5 of Cups. Queen of Cups. Really? What can the 5 of Cups mean? Because I don't get that. Oh, I'm gonna hit the finger. I hit the button. The finger. Oh my God. Go away. Oh, no, figure it out. 5 of Cups.
It's card of the day, which is the 5 of Cups. Now, the 5 of Cups is a symbol for the trance of negative thinking that we can fall into once in a while when we're so focused on problems or things that aren't perfect or things that are perceived losses, and we're unable to see the things that are actually good in our lives. And on this card, you can see this man is focusing on these 3 cups that are spilled, and he's completely neglecting the 2 cups behind him, which are still standing. When this card comes up, it's telling you to catch yourself if you're getting into a negative thinking rut, or if you're being a perfectionist, or if you're only looking at what's wrong right now, instead of being grateful for what's right. The best remedy for this card is to shift your...
Let me start it over for y'all.
Card of the day, which is the 5 of Cups. Now, the 5 of Cups is a symbol for the trance of negative thinking that we can fall into once in a while when we're so focused on problems or things that aren't perfect or things that are perceived losses, and we're unable to see the things that are actually good in our lives. And on this card, you can see this man who's focusing on these 3 cups that are spilled, and he's completely neglecting the 2 cups behind him, which are still standing. When this card comes up, it's telling you to catch yourself if you're getting into a negative thinking rut, or if you're being a perfectionist, or if you're only looking at what's wrong right now, instead of being grateful for what's right. The best remedy for this card is to shift your focus and to focus on something that you're grateful for, something that's going really well, or something that you can affirm in yourself right now that's a positive development. To read a lot more about this card, we're going to schedule a session with me. Visit ElliotOracle.com.
Okay, so we on point. We on point. So, perfectionism, focusing on perfectionism. 5 of Cups, crying over the 3 cups that are, spilled, not focusing on the 2 cups that are left. Holding on to like negative thoughts, thought forms, like I said, subconscious, unconscious mind, reflecting, not dwelling on the energy or the emotions, stay in them for a little bit, evaluate them, reflect on them, but also learn how to know. It's like learning your triggers and releasing your triggers and healing what needs to be healed, right? The feelings are only temporary, they're not permanent. So don't make permanent decisions on temporary feelings, right? Okay. So then we go on to the Seven of Cups. Yeah, Seven of Cups with the Nine of Cups. What are your strengths? As opposed to focusing on what is your weaknesses. So this was a perfect message. It came out right with the Eight of Cups, walking away from deception, self-deception. Okay, this is a seven sword. This is major self-deception, self-illusion on an emotional level, highly intuitive emotional level. Or you are just, just dwelling in a lower vibration a little bit longer than what you need to be. So just be aware of that, be careful, try not to do that. And remember, like I just said, like we're not perfect, but we strive for perfection every day. Things are going to get better every day. The more that we try, the more that we reflect and, put out the good energy that we want to come back to us. Y'all. So this was like a perfect little beautiful message to end this with and not be too much and not just, it's just enough. It's still about self. How much can we work on? Let's see what's on the top. Oh, yes. Heartbreak. Heartbreaking deception at the top of the deck. Ooh, King of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck. So this can be like earthly matters for real. Like what I was getting a lot was from heaven to earth. A lot of what was going on in heaven for the past couple of years is now happening on earth. And we're being able to see it in its physical form. Earth, the pentacles represents earth. It represents like 10-year cycles or whatever, 10 to 7-year cycles, maybe less. It all depends on your karma or whatever you're working on or whatever is going on, outside of you and inside of you, right? So we just have to take what applies for us and let the rest fly. Okay, let it fly. Only take what's applied and let the rest fly. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is a king of swords. A king of pentacles that is in heartbreak. You know what I mean? Maybe caused himself self illusion and didn't have self discipline or was too brash, too harsh, too critical on themselves and their whole situation. Is what I'm seeing is kind of putting up. So this is going to be definitely masculine and feminine side because I do see the Queen of Cups came out first and what's coming out last on the bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. And what's on the top? The Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, So there ain't no telling what that is. It can apply in many different ways. It can even apply to your masculine and your feminine side inside of you, So it can of the world itself. It can be very overwhelming. Trust me, when I was little, it was very overwhelming for me. Still is today. I just handle it better. I handle it a lot better than I did then. Sometimes, it can be overwhelming, at times, which is natural, normal, right? We all go through these emotions. So, but just stay in those feelings temporarily. Don't make permanent decisions off those temporary feelings. So we'll see how this energy plays out. People can have a change of heart and that can be heartbreaking. You know what I mean? The realizations and what needs to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Pentacles, toil and labor, what needs to be worked on, right? Ace of Wands. Behind, underneath the Three of Swords. So manifesting, right? We never know. You never know. I knew that was the Wheel of Fortune. So inner conflict. I believe a lot of us are going through inner conflict right now just because of the transit. We are eclipsing shit out, by moon transit, by sun transit. It's a lot being seen right now. And exposed. That's the way 2025 has been. So just be gentle with yourself in these rough waters, you know. Do what you can. Don't be too hard on yourself. If you can't do something, or you need to limit yourself in order to self-preservation, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't feel guilty for self-preservation. Give yourself the enlightenment and the healing that you need in order to be an example of and help other people out of conflict, So that's what we're working on as far as healing the inner child. Thank God. We have that to work on. Celebration of yourself. Two of Pentacles being in between both worlds. Stay focused. Listen to the messages. Write them down. Ooh, Ace of Cups, the Devil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 7. 7 of Wands. Oh, fighting for what's yours. Absolutely. And definitely. Shit. Fighting for what's yours, Fighting that negative self-talk. So it may be, and of course with the transit right now, trying to go into winter. Don't know when that exactly is going to happen. I believe really soon we're going to be having a full year of summer. In summer. So, people kind of gearing up for the cold, but it may not be so cold. You know what I mean? It may be just like really good. You know what I mean? So we make it so, and we can. Despite what it looks like, it can definitely turn out better. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. What is that? It's not easy. Being a fool, taking a leap of faith, it's not easy, but it's definitely not impossible. I don't know how I did my part. End up mix them. So, you guys let me know if y'all want me to tap into anything else. Any other opinions? We can definitely navigate that. Oh, right. Upside down, upside down. That's right. Upside down, upside down, upside down. And there go all the major arcana. The Empress. Temperance. Temper your waters. Y'all will be great. Even if you don't have water in your birth chart, it's always, good thing to master yourself. You can master yourself in any and all elements. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. You can do it. It just comes with, training yourself, having self-discipline, and loving yourself. Putting up healthy boundaries, All right. Y'all be great. Love you guys. Thank you guys for your love and support. Thank you guys for the likes, shares, and subscribes. We are almost to 500. Let's get there. Please. Thank you. Y'all be great. And we'll talk to you guys later. do your self-reflection, your self-love, your self-care, and never forget, you are very much